I'll have to read this. Financial planners need to know how many dollars will be needed, with some degree of accuracy. Again, if you can't tell the planners, probably largely, it seems to me, based on accuracy, how much is going to be. So again, like I was saying with the ESS, okay, are you good with your forecast in the historical example I gave of 100,000? Okay, maybe even if it varies by $20,000 worth of cost of goods, that's not good. That's that's 20%. Yeah, on 100,000, even if it varies that much, can you tell me that, well, at least in general, it's going to be good most of the time, at least within 20%. It's not the best, right? I said Disney, we'd love to have 5% accuracy. But if in the very bad case, it's no better than the forecast is no better than accurate 40% of the time, that almost may not yield any meaningful units for you to forecast, because it's only good 40% of the time, and 60% of the time the data is not going to be any good. So there's no meaningful units that you can use to estimate. It's still almost slightly better than guessing, or it's less good than guessing, because again, if I understand this correctly, guessing, conceivably, I might be correct half of the time, 50% of the time. And if you can only give me accuracy at the rate of 40% of the time, I might as well just guess. Why do I care about 40% accuracy? I can have 50% accuracy just on random guessing. There's a lot of assumptions there too, I think, but that's an example. And so a fifth element of a good forecast is that the forecast must be easy to understand and use. If there's so many manipulations and so many pieces, if you will, to your forecast that it is extremely difficult to use, then the obvious thing is few people are going to want to use it. It's too burdensome, it's too complicated. And the more complicated it is, people are going to say, well, I don't know that I can use it. I run into that kind of problem regularly. Right now, I'm facing a problem with the school I'm working for, that they want to use certain tools, but I don't even know how to use them. And they want me to adopt these tools, but I know an old way that is reliable, but the new way that is supposed to be helpful, I don't know how to use the tool. It's too complicated. So I might as well just go to my old way. It may be a bit slower, but I know how to do it. I can use it efficiently and easily, versus what they tell me, oh, well, this tool is so great. Well, great, but you haven't taught me how to use the tool. It's extremely complicated, and it's actually slowing down the process. So simple to understand and use are good features of a good forecast. And then last, cost effective. A good forecast tool should be cost effective where the benefits outweigh the expenses of generating the forecast. So if it costs you, let's pretend $50,000 to create a forecast that is only 60% accurate, again, remember the number is $50,000. If you only have revenues of a million, let's pretend and make it smaller. If you only have revenues of $1 million, and your forecast can only give you accuracy at a level of 60%, and it's going to cost you $50,000 to produce that forecast, although I haven't calculated anything to any great degree, intuitively, or just as a kind of guess, I can almost tell myself, what, $50,000 to produce a forecast that is only right 60% of the time, and I need it in order to generate $1 million of revenue. Maybe it's not worth it. You see, maybe it's not worth it to spend that much money. So I'm just trying to give you an easy illustration of how a good forecast needs to be cost effective and not incur or burden the corporation with an excessive cost. Otherwise, the value is reduced.